when these proceedings get underway. As we've heard from Sipha just now and from what you've been sharing with us, extortion is a many-headed animal. And this morning you've covered so much ground in revealing more of those faces to us, from protection money being forced on a school for the blind and the deaf to major infrastructure projects being affected. Extortion is killing business and livelihoods where you are, and it goes from hundreds of thousands of rands to even 50 rand. Summarize some of the diverse stories you've been hearing this morning.
Well, Iman, we are coming to you live now from outside the Madeira police station in Mthatha. This is where we have a number of e-hailing service providers that have gathered to protest outside the police station, demanding that the police also take action against the taxi operators whom they are accusing also of extortion. And a bit earlier on, I was saying to Naledi, I think that the mayor of the OR Tambo district municipality described it quite aptly, that extortion takes place in different forms. And for these e-hailing drivers, it is extortion from the taxi industry, who are demanding that they be compensated also for the routes that they have developed here in Mthatha. But earlier on also the mayor speaking about the construction industry and the extortion that is happening in the construction industry, where some construction projects had to be halted because of these extortion gangs. And he says sometimes these are people who don't even do any work, but who are demanding that they be paid. And then you have the residents as well, of course, that are also experiencing extortion from various parts, and sometimes they even accuse the local chief, who has denied these allegations that have been leveled against him. We did speak to the provincial police commissioner as well about the hotline that has been set up by the police for people to make these anonymous complaints, or lodge anonymous complaints against the extortioners. But to date, no arrest has emanated from that hotline that was launched last week. Joining us now is Dr Pumla Matshaya, who is a community activist, who's also been looking at what's been happening with regards to these incidents around extortion. It's not the first time, as the mayor has explained, and various other people that we have spoken to explain that, listen, this thing has gradually been coming up, and now it is at this particular level where we've seen the intervention by the National Police Commissioner as well as the National Police Minister. But has there been any changes? Good morning.
Good morning, Newzroom Afrika. There has not been no changes. We can look at this matter dating back to 2021. We have Park Tower on the other side, which is different from these that are collecting protection fee. Recently, it came out as if it's something that never took place. It was so random and radical. The community members could not bear the pain anymore. Whilst on the other side, the leader that has put himself into the position is putting his foot down that he's doing the right thing. Automatically there's scare and fear from the people because they live within the same vicinity or community that he's taking control from. My question is, people risked their lives, they came out with information, everybody knows what is happening. Thank you to the media, the word has been spread.
Yeah. You say that everybody knows what's happening, but when I was asking the mayor, who are these men or women who are behind these extortion gangs, especially when it comes to the construction industry, and he says he doesn't know. And I asked myself, but where's intelligence?
Well, crime intelligence by now should be showing us miracles. And I also understand where he's coming from. He's still human. People of Mthatha live in fear. They will single him out as an individual, and he has a right to protect himself and say it is not part of his area work to comment about it, because they do interact with them. We have seen quite a number of politicians posing in events with these known mafias. So it's a mix of feelings. Real men are real scared. It's only the law that is supposed to take control. Yeah. Right now where it is, my concern is for the safety of women and children and community at large. If you feel you are not protected, Maslow's hierarchy of needs speaks of safety and security. Right now in Mthatha, people have no confidence. It is only those that are willing to come out and be the voice for the voiceless. But unfortunately or fortunately, to my own intelligence, I know the police, we cannot kick them out literally, especially after the intervention of Minister and the visit of Mr. Pikoli. I know there's underground work that they are doing. And automatically, there's absolutely no way that the state would allow itself to be undermined to an extent that the so-called criminals or lawbreakers would take control and take charge. All what is needed is for various leaders to come and boost up the morale and make sure that the community is feeling calm and safe and they are living in hope.
I just quickly want you to tell us about this incident of a house that was burned down, allegedly where money was demanded from a certain individual and they didn't have the money, and then the home was burned down. Do you know about that incident?
Well, I don't know about that particular incident. I would be just exaggerating, but there are women whose homes were burnt down. There's an example of Uvyogas Mbingeleli, who reside in Mahambeni, who was nominated by King Bielekaya to be a watchdog there. When they felt that she's no longer needed, she says it in her own words that it's one of the reasons why her house was burnt down. It's because she didn't want to bow upon them. She doesn't know who they are. They have no authority from the king nor from the government.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. That is Dr. Pumla Matshaya, who is one of the community activists here in Mthatha. And the point that she raises about fear, a bit earlier on, Iman, we spoke about this incident of one of the nurses at a local school who had to flee with his family because of these extortion gangs. Of course, they did that in the name, allegedly, of Chief Mareka. And when we spoke to Chief Mareka about these incidents, he has denied all allegations leveled against him when it comes to extortion.
Well, Aldrin